My name is Christian and I have been clean from NoFap for over 2 years currently. In this video I have actually compressed what I have learned and put it into one simple short few minutes so that you can actually quit masturbation. There is only one thing though: if you were born from 2004 till 2010, this video is actually specifically made for you. So you will see what I am talking about shortly. So, just before we begin, you can actually go on and click the first link in the description if you are interested as to how I went from a loser who used to fap 30 times a day to a fucking legend who can currently handshake anyone, make friends with anyone, just hug whoever he likes, and actually go on and live life that most people only dream of. Again, click the first link in the description. Now, what am I talking about? What was so special about this period from 2004 till 2010? So, in the early 2000s, how did people live? Well, they went outside, they played together. I mean, if you were born there, I would dare to say so that in your childhood, there wasn't a single day in which you were not, at least to some extent, engaged into some activity, whether be at work, whether be a social event. You most likely had someone who was inviting you. You most likely had someone who wanted to play with you. You went outside and played football with friends. You went outside and actually played sports. You ran. You did so many stuff, and you actually felt alive. You actually felt great, like fun. And now even work was not something unusual. For example, whenever your parents would do something, you always were eager to actually help them out. You always wanted to help them out. You always wanted to learn something new. You always wanted to become someone better in life. But then, after 2010, slowly but surely the phones, this stupid device began actually being more and more popular. And then this era of Gen Z slowly began rising. So then you see people actually playing video games for hours upon a time. They are not going outside, they are fapping for a lot. I'm talking like till death. There was a guy recently who died after masturbating 56 times. You can literally search it up on YouTube, on Google, or wherever you want. This guy died from a heart attack, and he got the heart attack from excessive masturbation. So we come to an era in place where people need life coaches, where people need productivity coaches, where people need testosterone coaches, where people need NoFap coaches. Why? You do not need any of this stuff. In the early 2000s, testosterone and productivity was through the roof, man. Everyone did something inside their lives and they were actually happy. If you are coming from that place, I don't have to explain it to you. You just know how it was. You just know. So what did we do back then? Well, we only did one thing, which was self-improvement every single day. Whether you realized it or no, you always tried to become someone better in those early years of 2000. And now what did we do so that you can replicate right now? Well, did we go outside and socialize? Of course we did. I dare to say so, like the access to phones were so little that even the guy who had a phone just could not be lonely, because he would have friends who were interested in him and the phone, and they would actually do stuff together. They would take pictures, they would go around, they would play video games on the phone, they would actually be fun. And then at the end of the day, they would still go outside for a sprint or a run or football or whatever they were playing. They would always do that. We used to do it. I used to do that. So go outside and socialize with people. Second thing, man, find your purpose. Do you remember how zestful, how full of energy and life you were whenever you were a child? Like, out of a sudden, whenever somebody would ask you, what do you want to be in the future? You would just, I want to be a pilot. Just confidently. You would just literally raise your hand, or not even that. Literally just yell to him, I want to be this, and you would be confident into it, and you would work on it, you would actually research about it, you would actually go and find magazines about how to be a pilot, about airplanes, you would be interested into those stuff. Now, fair enough, everybody wanted to be a pilot whenever they were a child, but some people actually discover their real purpose whenever they are children, because as children we are most pure. So I would dare to say so. Open up your journal, bro. Open up this beautiful thing on a blank page. Just open it up on a blank page and ask yourself one journal prompt. Just ask yourself, what did I enjoy most doing whenever I was a little child? And you answer that question honestly and truthfully. And you may have actually few answers. 1, 2, 3, maybe 8 answers, maybe even more. If that's so, you can just literally go on and just try it out. Every single one of them. You can literally just go on and, for example, you wrote pilot. You go try reading, you go research, you go actually deep into airplanes and pilotism. Out of a sudden you discover that maybe I don't actually want that. You move on to the next thing. Oh, I want to be a sports player. What sports? Football. Okay, let's go. Let's enroll into a club. After 1 or 2 months, maybe you still don't like it. I mean, you're good, but you still don't like it. So you decide to try something else. You see wrestling and you try to go and wrestle. Oh damn, this actually feels nice. And you go and continue 1, 2, 3. Eventually you reach 10 months. You go on to a tournament, you beat everyone there. And you still have fun. That is your purpose, man. That is the thing that you wanted to do. And keep on doing it. Because that's literally within yourself, within your blood. When you are born, God planted a seed inside you. And that seed has to realize itself. Otherwise, your life would have failed. And people just misunderstand this seed. They believe that, oh man, my purpose is to become a great father. It's like, my purpose is to not steal. You should not steal in the first place. And you should be a good father, regardless of your purpose. So don't be a fool who goes and says, oh man, my purpose is to have a great family. You should, but you should have a great family as a default. So find your actual purpose. Next thing, bro, go to the gym and get your aesthetic body. Get the respect from other men. Because that's how we used to measure ourselves in the early 2000s. Whoever was the biggest, whoever was the strongest, whoever looked better was always getting more status and attention from other people. And it sounds so silly, so crucial, like so mediocre, so childish, but really, think about it. Those were the days where we made most progress inside our lives, because we used to compete with other people, because there was always something that was bugging us. This guy had a six-pack and we were so close, but we were not there yet. So you would go outside and run for 10 kilometers, for 20 kilometers at a time without even noticing, until you actually got those abs. So use this as motivation and actually get your aesthetic body, get healthy and actually raise your status. Third thing, bro, start meditating. Not sure if you meditated, but if you remember, most of the times we were always in the present moment. We didn't have some random piece of crap like this, just constantly ta-ding, 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 Messenger, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the fuck you're using, every single second. There were no notifications, our attention span was there, and if we decided to do something, if we were interested in, for example, building a mouse, we would take it apart, and until we built it, we would not take our attention off of it. So, we had good attention spans, but now naturally, with this piece of crap, our attention spans have slowly decreased. And just to prove my point, most people, maybe you even, are considering to actually click off this video right now, because it's not that well edited, it doesn't have way too much b-roll, it does not have some popping explosions and all of that. I'm not Mr. Beast style video. So, because of that, most people have already clicked off, and maybe you consider it right now. You have a poor attention span if you do, and those people who already have considered and who already have clicked off, they have the worst attention spans inside their lives. But back then, we used to have it great. So let's come back to it, and the easiest way to do it is through meditating every single day. It does not have to be long. It can literally be 3 minutes a day. by simply meditating for 3 minutes a day, every single day, you are already gonna get into the 1% of people. And you will beat 99% of people simply by doing that. Because while they can't even focus on a conversation, here you are, focusing on work, let alone conversations. And now, just a final note for you. Please bro, just live life like in the early 2000s. Because that's literally one of the most ROI things that you can do inside your life. So go on, live life like that in the 2000s and actually be an independent person who knows what he is doing and who is always seeking ways to improve. Thank you for watching, brother. And again, if you are interested, click the first link in the description to find out how I went from a loser who used to fap 30 times a day to a guy who is currently so confident within himself that he recorded this video without rushing and all of that. So brother, go on, click the link right now, and I will see you. Peace.